Okay, girls. So some girls approached me today and said that they wanted me to do a video explaining question 35, and I think question 36 as well. But video is about question 35 on the Cartesian plane homework. This is extension, is optional. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to be extended, but if you want to learn how to draw a clue, I'm going to explain it. This is year 8 material, but I think it will be useful if you want to try it. So let's get into it. So let's start with the first rule. So they're asking you to plot 3 different rules in the same Cartesian plane. I'm going to plot them here in different Cartesian planes only because it's going to make things much more clear, okay? So the first rule that we have to plot is when we have y equals x. So the first thing that you want you to notice is if we do a table, y equals x. So when x is 0, y is going to be 0. If x is 1, y is going to be 1. If x is 2, y is going to be 2. If x is 3, y is going to be 3. If x is 4, y is going to be 4. And if x is 5, y is going to be 5. Fantastic. So if I have here my Cartesian plane, I can plot all these points. And I say, okay, the first point that I have is 0, 0, which is called the origin. Annoying. Okay, and the second one that I have is 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, annoying, 3, 3, and 4, 4. And the last one that we have is 5, 5. So today in class I was saying that remember that to draw a line, I only need 2 points. I only need 2 points. So with the first 2, I was able to draw this line, but because I have it here, the whole thing, I'm going to draw it, the whole line. All right. Fantastic. And I can continue forever going with this line. Good. So that's the first one that we had to do. Now to the second one. The second rule says 3x plus 1 equals 1. So we're going to sub in again. If x is equal to 0, 3 times 0, 0 plus 1, 1. So this is 1. If x is 1, 3 times 1, 3 plus 1, 4. If x is 2, so 6, 7. If x is 3, 9, 10. If x is 4, 12, 13. And if x is 5, 15, 16. Perfect. Okay, good. So as I said before, I can plot these points. But I want you, before we go into that, I want you to notice something here. So what we have been working in this unit so far is that you have the table and you have to find the rule. And how do we find the rule? We find consecutive numbers, right? So I have here all consecutive numbers, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, agree? And then we say, what is the difference between 1 and 3? And we know that the difference is 3. And we know that this difference will continue happening for each consecutive value in y, agree? And we know that this plus 3 is what is giving us this 3 number. So this is what I want you to do. This time, I'm not going to plot these points directly. I'm going to use the formula. So I'm going to start with the first number that I have is when x equals 0. So I'm going to start with this number here, okay? So when x equals 0, y equals 1. So in this case, I don't have here number 1 because otherwise it wasn't going to fit. So if I know that 0 and 1 has to be here in between the 0 and the 2. So this one is going to be 1, okay? So when x is 0, y equals to 1. Let me just change here the grid because maybe this is going to make us look much better. Let me see. Oh, yes. Okay, hold with me, girls, because I'm actually going to draw this again just to make things more clear for us. Okay, delete all of this and draw another Cartesian plane. Not a box. Sorry, girls, for some reason I can't pause when I'm recording, so you have to just be careful, be patient with me. Okay, I'm going to do it up to here. Okay, good. And then I have that this one is going to be y and this one is x. And we're going to assume that each square in the grid is going to be 1, okay? So I was saying that I'm starting with this point, that this one is x equals 0, y equals 1. So I start here. Agreed? That's my first point that I have here. This is, okay, good. I have my first point there. Now, to plot my next point, this is what I want you to do. We know that to use our ladder method, I have to move to the side first and then going up or down. So what this 3 is telling me is I actually have to go 3 up each time. So I have to give 1 step to the side, to the right, and then 3 steps upwards. So if I go here, 1, 1, 2, 3, and this is my next point, and then 1, 1, 2, 3, and this is my next point, and then 1, 1, 2, 3. You must have heard us today with the girls singing this, but I want you to see. So I go 1, 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. So if you see what I'm doing, I'm moving 1 to the side and 3 up each time. We're going to check if that is happening, is following the rule that we have written here. So if it's following the rule, this step, as we said, the first point that we had was 0, 1. The second one should be 1, 4. So let's see. I mean 1 here, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, this is number 4. This was 1. Good. In 2 has to be 7. So I'm in 2 here, I'm in 4 here, 5, 6, 7. Yes, it's working. What about the next one? So this one is working, this one is working. What about this one? 3, 10. So I'm in 3 here, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, perfect, beautiful. Next one, 4, 13. Next one, 4, 1. Yes, it works. This one is number 13. What about this one, the last one that I had in my table here? 5, 16, 1, 14, 5, 15, 16. Perfect. We can count the squares here just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Beautiful. So now I can draw my line here. And I can go, and we can see that it's a perfect straight line, that it goes through all these points. Okay, beautiful. In the next video, I'm going to do the next one. It looks like this. Just to point out, girls, that these little points here, you don't, oh, I knew that that was going to happen. I mean, these little points here that I used to point that I was going 3 up, you don't need those ones, right? It's just so that I can point to you that I'm moving up 3 points. Good. I'm going to do the next video for question C.